Hello, and welcome to Outline of the Faith, the Catechism of the Episcopal Church, Section 3, the Old Covenant. First, old in this case should not be taken to diminish or deny God's ongoing covenant and love for the Jewish people. God's covenant and love are eternal. Old should be seen strictly in terms of chronology. The books of the Old Testament may also be referred to by other names, the Hebrew Scriptures, or the Tanakh, which is an acronym meaning Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim. Question: what is meant by a covenant with God? Answer: a covenant is a relationship initiated by God to which a body of people responds in faith. Commentary: a covenant or a promise is about the relationship between God and people. Both sides are to be faithful to the other. Question: what is the Old Covenant? Answer: the Old Covenant is the one given by God to the Hebrew people. Commentary: again, we should be mindful that old does not imply obsolete. God's promises are forever. Question: what did God promise them? Answer: God promised that they would be his people, to bring all the nations of the world to him. Commentary: we often forget that God is bringing us into relationship not just with God, but also with others. We Christians are grafted into Israel, to use St. Paul's phrase from Romans 11. What response did God require from the chosen people? Answer: God required the chosen people to be faithful, to love justice, to do mercy, and to walk humbly with their God. Commentary: not only are all called to be faithful, but they are called to put this into practice. From Micah 6:8, he has told you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you but to do justice, and to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God? Question: where is this old covenant to be found? Answer: the covenant with the Hebrew people is to be found in the books which we call the Old Testament. Commentary: the Episcopal Church reads books of the Old Testament attentively and carefully. The books of the Old Testament are in conversation with one another, and thus should not be read in isolation. Question: where in the Old Testament is God's will for us shown most clearly? Answer: God's will for us is shown most clearly in the Ten Commandments. Commentary: while there are many parts of the Old Testament, we also find that certain pieces of it can be a helpful summary of the wisdom that God is imparting to us. Thus ends Section 3, the Old Covenant. This has been a production of All Saints Episcopal Church in Boise, Idaho. Video and commentary by Father Joseph Arntz.